guys, welcome to another episode of Tarot Spinning. My name's Kathy and today's reading we're doing a pick a card and it's for the full moon. This full moon in May is going to be a bit special because there's going to be a total eclipse of the moon, like a lunar eclipse. So it doesn't happen very often. So we're doing a reading which I'm going to do a bit of a in-depth, bit bigger reading than normal. Candle's freaking out, it's all good. I've got 3 stones here. I'll take these 2 away for now. This is going to be the stone for reading 1, and it is moonstone that's got tourmaline in it. So it's tourmalated, maybe, I suppose you'd say. It's quite nice. It's like a palm stone that you hold. But anyway, that's quite beautiful. That's going to be for reading 1. So we'll get started. I've got to get these cards out. And we've got 5 different card decks to put out. So I'm going to shuffle pretty slow. This is for the full moon reading for May. Full moon reading for May. Okay. I'll stop right there before I end up throwing them everywhere. These are just crystals, like crystal cards, and there's a bit of information about which one you get, what it means. These are the mermaid cards. It's for the full moon reading for May. Right, got 2 done. We're getting there. Angel card, just to have a bit of angel guidance coming in. Okay, can go straight there. I'll stop right there before I flick any more around. I just decided to film the card shuffle so everybody can see the cards are shuffled and put into place. They're not pre-selected. This is the reading for the full moon for May, which I'll stop shuffling now so it's fine. And these cards are the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And then our last one is the Moonology cards, which are also quite lovely. Once I get these on, I'll stop and start for reading 1. Okay, that's enough. So we've got quite a good selection here. We should get some good info come through. Okay guys, this is for reading 1. We've got all the cards out. So there's 6 piles, even though we're only going to need 3, so it's pretty well half of them there are going to be looked at. This is reading 1. It's a piece of moonstone, very apt for the moon reading for the full moon, and it's got tourmaline in it. So here we go. Let's do a spin for reading 1, please. And it is this pile for reading 1. Okay, reading 1. What do we got? Bloodstone, detoxifying root, heart, and sacral chakras. That's your crystal, is bloodstone for this full moon reading. You've got friendship is the angel card. Mermaid is dive deep. New romantic cycle begins. A new romantic cycle begins. And we've got sovereignty. So wow, how's that for a full-on pile of cards there, people? So straight away I'm going to have a quick look at that bloodstone card to detoxifying, because it sort of sounds like it's definitely a and it's card number 7, by the way, if anyone was interested in the card numbers. That does have a number of these. No number. That's number 11, number 7, and that one has no number. So the bloodstone's to do with looking after yourself and to ground and detoxify your physical body and your spiritual energy if you haven't been looking after yourself. Balance is needed in your life. So it goes on about eating a bit, but it also says it's not just about your physical body, it's about your spiritual body too. So they're sort of saying to, you know, just try not to be drained by too many people around you, etc., etc. But what we'll do is start looking into this. So we've got one of the main cards here is a new romantic cycle begins. Well, not everybody's going to be single and looking for a partner. Some people will already have partners. So a new romantic cycle begins will be falling in love with something. It could be a person, it could be a pet, it can be a friendship, because we have friendship here, which is the other signal. Now, sovereignty is virtually, I'm going to put her over here because she's going to be near that bloodstone. That's to stay in your power. Sovereignty is to stay in your power and to stay strong and to keep your focus and yourself, keep in check. It's virtually saying to keep in check. And dive deep. Well, dive deep's got that feeling there too of and my overall feeling with this is tired, feeling drained. That's where I feel with this when I look at these cards. That's not that you're all that you are, but it's there. That energy is there, that feeling a bit depleted, a little bit, you know, if anything, we should have the Nine of Wands come out in this read here, because that's the feeling of this energy, is the Nine of Wands feeling. So anyway, we'll just get some more cards, a little bit more for the beginning of reading 1, for the full moon reading, for reading 1, and looking into this energy. A couple more cards. Yeah, there's one. Another card. Another card. Oh, I've got a couple of flippers. Oh, there's one that flipped. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we'll pop straight into these now and get started with these few cards. Okay, they're all up every which way you can think of. You got the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Death, Temperance, Knight of Swords, Two of Swords. I'll just pop them down there. Straight away you're looking up here. Energy's going everywhere. Seven of Cups, that energy's pulling and moving around, and your mind's a little bit scattered. And pair it up there with the old Nine of Swords, and you've got a bit of good fun. No, not really. It's a bit horrible because it's a bit of bad sleep pattern. The pattern, it can be, you might get a good night's sleep, but the only reason you're getting a good night's sleep is because you've just had 3 nights in a row where you've woken up and down. You wake up, you can't go back to sleep, you're a little bit restless, the soul's a bit restless. So when you do crash out and have a good sleep, it's realistically because you're exhausted and you've actually just fallen asleep. That's how that feels to me, which you could be coming out of that. It's been in the past, or it's happening right as we are reading this. So that energy's there. A lot of options. Your mind's racing a bit. It's like, oh, which way, what's happening, you know, you're waiting and you can feel something's coming. This energy's changing and something's coming in around you. So it's making you feel that anxiety. But it's you know, like anything, don't get caught up in it. Let it wash over you like a, you know, water off a duck's back. Here we go to Death and the Ten of Pentacles. So the Death is, of course, the ending. And the ending, like any Death card, it's the start of something new. But at this point, you're just feeling the death cycle more, where, you know, the horse is stomping around and all those bodies underneath it there. You're feeling the weight. There's a bit of feeling of heaviness on you. This is this ending cycle that's coming in. But here's the dawn at the gates out here where you're heading to. That's what's coming up through that gateway. It's going to be a dawning of a whole new day and a whole new phase. So here's because a new cycle's beginning, so something you're going to be, it says romantic, but I feel like it's falling in love with something or with someone. And it can be, I won't say it yet because we haven't got any cards to say that's there, but you know, you could be moving into a different area and you love the new area, or new friendship, but it's very much to do with, it's a personal thing, because the sovereignty and dive deep and the bloodstone saying about taking care of yourself. I think you're just at the end of the cycle that you're starting to You know, you like the salmon when he's swimming upstream. That's what I got in my head there right away. And he's got to get up to the top of that where they do the spawning grounds, and of course he's got bits of scale falling off, and he's looking a bit beaten up, but he's not giving up. So this is the feeling that energy's coming in. You're not giving up, you're not stopping, but you're feeling a bit beaten up, a bit depleted. So Knight of Swords and the Two of Swords. So that's some news and information coming in. And the news and information might be coming in a little bit about this indecision that's around you, or feeling that restless feeling. That energy starting to change. You won't be in two minds. And we've got the moon up in the corner of this one. So to me, it's always that very relevant to what has been hidden from you. There's going to be some news and information coming in around that. You've got Temperance, which is about healing and balancing again. So it's all to do with that feeling up there about this personal, getting your personal energy back into a fairly good alignment. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, slow moving energy, but it's solid. And the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a bit of movement around money or income or money in general, because the Queen of Pentacles is having good control over the money, and it's shouting yourself a few little luxuries, but being with that Knight of Pentacles, it's a bit slow. So it's sort of just that, it just feels solid, doesn't feel too bad at all. All right, we'll get a few more cards. We'll get a few more cards for reading one, please. Oh my goodness, that was way too many. I'm going to have to go again, sorry. We'll be here for 50 minutes trying to pile through them. Hang on, we'll go again. What will come out will come out. That was just some sloppy shuffling. There we go. I'll just get some cards for reading one, please, to add on to what we've already got. Please. Okay. Alright. There we go. There's a pile anyway. We've still got a pile, but not as bad as a third of the deck. That other one was just so crazy. Okay. What do we got? That's definitely a bit of the Hermit. So this is that feeling of that energy, is this feeling of the Hermit, which is what that energy is feeling like with this, the way this is reading up the top here. Well, there's the Emperor. So the Hermit it's that balancing and getting back in touch with yourself, and getting back in touch with your inner self, like connecting back in with you. There's the Four of Cups. So this is that energy that was up here where you've had that, it's a bit of disappointment or a little bit of exhaustion, like she's collapsed down on the beach there and she's sort of just, you know, sitting down with the hands out in front of her. She's just feeling that drain. Well, this is reconnecting, a bit of meditation and a bit of, you know, doing something that just makes you feel a bit more, picks your energy up. The Emperor is a good omen for a good balance and sitting squarely and back up on that throne, and the energy's coming back up. You got the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Now we've got two Knights here. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So somebody out there has definitely got the Knight of Cups coming in, offering you his heart. So a new romantic cycle will begin for some people, because here he comes now. And being he's with the Knight of Wands, he can be a water sign or a fire sign, because you've got both of them here. And being, and this is, I'm speaking from a feminine aspect of the male that's coming in. If you're a male watching this, this would be a female that's a water sign, or a female that's a fire sign. And him or her are offering you a relationship or a romance, to have a romantic situation get going with them. So that they're definitely, somebody somewhere there must be calling or getting that coming in around them, because there's two of them here. And even though I said they were fire and water signs, they don't have to be, but it's fast moving. It just comes out of nowhere that you just have somebody just there, can want to go out, want to whatever. Okay, this thing's freaking out. Wait on. Alright then. Yeah! It has to be annoying, doesn't it? first time with this camera. And does it have to freak out? Yes. Because it's going to be stupid. I don't think you're going to work out too good, camera, because I will be getting me a different one if you're going to be a piece of rubbish.
You're right there, precious.
Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, that's it. We're not doing this reading with that camera at the moment because it's not working. So back to where I was. So anyway, we've got these knights. So they're there. So I've just mentioned them, but they're only for some people that are watching this, not for everybody. So if you read it from a not romantic, like a new romance coming in, there is love coming in to the reading. Like emotions and love is picking up, and then this is some news and information coming in. Fairly fast moving energy. So you got getting back up on top of balance. The Wheel of Fortune, which is a lucky break, things turning in your favour, things going your way. And a lucky break can be finance, it can be getting the job you wanted, it's all sorts of anything to do with abundance or that will benefit you, and it's usually in a financial way, like again getting the car you wanted for the right price, etc., etc. It just goes on. And the Ace of Pentacles, so this is this new energy starting to birth and come in, that we're leaving that old energy where we're feeling more drained and the new energy's coming in. Now, last deck we've got is the little Deviant Moon deck. So a couple more cards just to finish off the reading. This is the last few cards to finish off the reading one, please. Reading one, thank you. Oh. Take them because they flipped. Alright, what do we got? Page of Wands. So, yep, that energy starting to pick up and starting to move. Six of Cups, so somebody out there somewhere, this can be a friend or a romance with somebody you actually knew from the past, because you've got the Six of Cups coming back up there. The Ace of Swords is that truth, karma, fate, destiny, it's all that vibe there with that. Queen of Swords, brainstorming, working out or talking. So if this person comes back from the past, that comes back into your life, you're going to be having a chat. You're going to be definitely sitting down and having a bit of a chat about, I'd say, the past, or it's definitely something to do with brainstorming, and this is usually the sort of like to do with truth and justice and all that sort of jazz. So to me, that's how that reads straight away, is that there's going to be a bit of a chat with this person from the past. And if it's not romantic, it can be a friend from the past that maybe you haven't seen, or it ended on a bit of a weird note, but there's communication coming in around it, because this is the Page of Swords with that communication coming in and that energy starting to pick up. We've got the Star, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So with the Star energy, it's that beautiful healing, divine intervention sort of vibe, like things like, things are going to work out quite nice, however it all comes, how the energy all sorts out. King of Pentacles is definitely to do with that that a bit of Wheel of Fortune, because it's sort of sitting here with that Wheel of Fortune's making me feel like there's something goes your way, something goes in your favour, whether it's through this friendship or this connection that they help you out. And then you've got the Star, which virtually is this nice balance and that nice energy coming in, and you're feeling like, oh, I'm so glad things are starting to go the right way. And here's the Queen of Cups. So that is you, male or female, and that's your intuition, and that is you sitting in your sovereignty. Sorry, I kept my mouth to work. And that's exactly what that is. That's nearly like if this was a tarot card, that would be the Queen of Cups, because that's her you're sitting in your energy, you're trusting your intuition, you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your judgments. You're feeling empowered. This feeling all comes through as feeling fully empowered and back. You've sort of been down a rabbit hole and now you're coming back out of it. I was going to take all these off to spin for these, but we're going to do the shuffle. I can flick it, I'm sure. Okay, Making Magic. Here we go, we've got 3. Just check I didn't flip any more over. We've got 3 straight away, and we have the reading 1, the final word. On target. Follow your ideal life path. So this is that trusting, that sovereignty, this is feeling that energy. Water works with the element of water for healing, purification and refinement. So that's that healing that will come in with the star. And safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. So if you do go on a trip somewhere, you're being watched, like, you know, protected and watched. Good reading, reading 1. Happy full moon. Bye, guys. Thank you. Hi, reading 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to go ahead now to show you your stone. It is a piece of clear quartz, but you'll see all this sort of a browny bit. It's a bit hard to see. There's citrine in it. Down in the bottom of the clear quartz is a bit of citrine inside there, so a bit of a different one. It sort of looks like a broken piece of ice to me. That's what it looks like, but it's gorgeous. So, better light your candle. Each reading's getting its own candle, so, and then I'm letting it burn down till it's gone to set the intentions for the read. So reading 1's been done. We're on to reading 2. We're going to have a spin here. You can look back in the card selection section. You'll see all the shuffling of these cards. So we'll have a spin now. If it lands on the one that's already gone, which it didn't, I will spin again because I'm not, once the shuffle's done, we're done. And then look at this for synchronicity. Citrine, abundance, creativity, solar plexus chakra. So that's beautiful. That's we're just saying there's a bit of citrine inside there. There you go. Just been feeling that vibe. Just going to move this candle back because I don't want to light my card on fire. Healing. That's the angel message card we've got, is healing. Citrine, healing, abundance, creativity, solar plexus chakra, healing. We've got love. Got some love. We have some fear. Have a bit of fear here as well. And we have the answers you need are coming. So, full moon in Gemini, which is what we're going to be, this full moon is in Gemini. So your answers are coming like next week, that quick. Maybe, that would be great. I'll grab my first deck. I'll have a bit of a chat, see what I get off these. With citrine, it's always to do with abundance, material, good luck sort of vibe with that citrine, and seeing its solar plexus chakra, that's feeling confident. Feeling, if you've been feeling a little bit low or a little bit scattered, that's pulling back in the solar plexus energy. If it's coming back in and lighting up, that's coming back into that good solid feeling. The answers you need have been coming because this fear, which is with all the little crows flying around, it's quite a pretty little card actually, but it's very sad here where the person's outwardly showing they're fighting, inwardly they're showing that they're you know, curling up in the, like a child, you know, rolling up in a ball. So they're nearly given up, but they haven't given up. And then we've got love. So love can be on all levels. Love of self, love for another person, love of an object, a pet, a car, a house, a child. Oops. Let me see if I can do that again. Love is just love in the sense of things that the way the card reads with this love, it feels like a release. It feels like coming from that fear, going into love. Well, that's always going to be a positive, because once you come out of the fear, going into love is feeling that solar, that's what that solar plexus is doing, is lighting up and making you feel less fear-based. Because that's why there's the healing has been put there behind it, that the healing is coming in around, that you're starting to, the relief's coming in. It's like a breath of fresh air. The answers are coming, but I think you're going to see there might be an answer to a certain question you're after, but I feel like this energy is already starting to move and coming into play for the new moon, which is going to be not too far away. Oh, there we go. See the first card out. We've got the old Three of Swords. Sorry, we're flipping. The cards are flipping. This is for reading 2, and it's the clear quartz for the full moon reading. It's alright, I'm telling them, but I'm sort of also setting my brain to focus on what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Alright, on that note, way loads, but that'll do, whatever hit the deck. We've got 2 other decks to get into yet, so don't worry guys, there's going to be more coming. Okay, pretty easy to see that sad energy is what we were talking about with the fear. That's it there. Stabbed in the heart, feeling wounded, feeling attacked, all different, depending general read, all those feelings are there, which is just fear-based feelings, which are a bit horrible. There's the Six of Swords with it. So with that Six of Swords, it's telling you that even though that energy is present and has been in the recent past, this is, all your swords are in the boat now and you're moving away from that energy. So you're leaving that energy behind. So good riddance. We don't want that. That's always a bit heavy. But here's the same situations right beside it here, and you've got the Five of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So with the Five of Cups, disappointment, regrets, turning your back on something, just feeling like that person's, the actual look at them with that coat on, that they're feeling in the cold, they're feeling left out, they're feeling, feeling abandoned. I get the feeling of abandonment with this card, that they're being left, like there's not even spirits, not even connecting back. It feels like it's a disconnection feeling. Well, here's the Ace of Swords coming in. Now that energy is to do with truth, karma, destiny, fate. It's all big energy, like it's all divine intervention. That's what all those, Abraham's tears or whatever they were. Sorry, don't quote me on any names with biblical stuff. I get a little bit like, okay, which one of them guys. But anyway, in the card, that's what it depicts. So get back on track. That energy's leaving, so you've got 2 lots of sad energy with positive cards sitting back over the top. That's showing you that that feeling might be there underneath, but the new energy's coming in and going to come over the top of it all. Now we have 4 of Wands with the Knight of Wands. So the 4 of Wands is the home, the celebration, the harvest, and it can depict being a general read. I'll skip through a few scenarios. Engagement, wedding, a new home, moving home, home improvements, or really happy about something with the home in general that's come round the way you wanted it to work out. Or, I just got a flash of, we had a spare room in the home and we need the perfect person to move in to help, with the rent, etc., etc. It's all that feeling. So everything is good there at the home, and it happens pretty quickly. It just pops in out of like bang. It's just, that's all changed. That's all happening. Fixed it up. You've got the Devil. The Devil's a bit of doubt, in 2 minds. I don't feel it's vices in this one. I feel like it's more to do with your mind's going, the 2 voices. Yes, you will. No, you won't. Yes, you will. You're flip-flopping. It feels like that. But you've got the expansion, which is the 3 of Wands sitting on top of it. So with that expansion, it's quite good energy that you're looking out and your boats are coming in, your energy's coming towards you, it's starting to move and change. So that is being the past energy. This is the energy coming over the top again, like all the other cards have had just there with that energy on top. And we've got 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups can be a relationship, a union, somebody offering you their heart. It can be romantic, it can be friendship, it can be love. No. But at the end of the day, it's just saying that it is there around you. It can be love given from other people or other, it doesn't have to be romantic, it can also be partnerships, friendships, business partnerships. Get a bit more on that as we go. But seeing you had the Four of Wands over here, that very much marries up to an engagement, a wedding, a relationship building and getting stronger. Might be some of the answers that you were wanting to hear, that were the answers you need were coming, was to do with love and where was this relationship going to go and what was going to happen. Then we're going into the High Priestess, the Fool and the Queen of Wands. So with that energy coming over the top, feeling more comfortable in that solar plexus and that healing coming in around you, starting to feel more solid again. The Fool's the new beginning, the new stepping forward, going forward. Queen of Wands, she is the energy of, she's sitting forward on that throne and she's ready to jump up and run. So you've got that, even though the fear and the healing's all been in the background there, once this door opens in front of you and this energy starts to move, you feel like you want to get up and run towards it, like you're ready to like go get them. It feels that sort of vibe. All right, we'll just move some cards around. This is for reading 2, for the full moon reading. What else can we get? A few more cards for reading 2. Please, for this beautiful full moon with the big total eclipse coming in. So here we go, guys. We've got the moon. Hello, Mr. Moon. Yes, I hear you. The Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. So with this energy, the hidden, the mysterious, those answers you're waiting to hear that were coming, that energy's still been hidden. It's not here. The answers aren't here just yet, but they're coming. So this full moon in Gemini is what we're going into next week. So I feel like the answers are, whenever you watch this reading, it's only a week or so. Oops, excuse me. It won't be, everything's not going to be laid out on a plate, but it's like an egg. It's going to start to crack open. You're going to start to see the light. Four of Pentacles. Definitely got, in this one here, when it comes to money, there has been a little bit of, it's not juggling it, it's sitting on some money and holding on to some money because you haven't got, your income's a bit stifled or something's slightly off with that income. And just like he's sitting on that chest and he's holding it down with his actual hands, as well as he's got himself pushing right down on the whole thing, it just feels like that. You have got money, you can pay the bills and get by, but you don't have much spare. It's like you've got sort of just enough to get by on. And here's the Five of Cups, which is the disappointment. This energy makes you feel disappointed because there's lack. And it to me, it feels straight away like, why me? Why do I have to live like this? Why does this have to be how I, and you're looking outward at other people and at other circumstances and thinking, why can't I be like so-and-so and blah, blah, blah? You're learning, anytime there's struggle, there's lessons to be learned. The sooner you learn the lesson, the sooner you understand, the sooner you surrender, the sooner things can pass. But that's not always the case, because that's just one scenario. There is another scenario sometimes too, that you actually have to go through a period of being impoverished, and whether it's past life, I don't know, karmic, whether they needed you to be in this energy for a period of time. This is the trick with spirit, isn't it? Because they don't give you a guidebook that you can look it up and find out what's actually going on. You're in the guessing game thinking, wished I knew. But here we go, guys. We'll get this next row down, which might be a little bit better. We've got the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So if you wanted to black out some of that crappy energy, these are the cards you wanted. Here's a celebration, and it's usually to do with family or friends or some mates, and it's you actually toasting. Something is changing here and something's moving. That energy's moving that we're talking about, coming into that abundance and that solar plexus. So, build it and they will come. Believe it and it will manifest. It's coming back to feeling like a belief system here, with the fear is blocking a bit, which fear does. That's how fear works. You get caught in that trap. So here's the little bit of Rest and relaxation, because you've been holding on, just like he's holding on to that chest underneath. See how he's holding on, got his fingernails into it virtually. Well, here you are holding on, and now you can start relaxing. Things are going to start changing, and there's the passage away from difficulties. So the Swords energy is moving you out of that past stuff. And here's the new beginning coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. So let's have a look now with the Deviant Moon. And what can you tell us about this Ace of Pentacles, please? Can we have some clarifiers on that? What's that Ace of Pentacles to do with for reading 2, please? A couple more if I could. I think one might not be enough. That might be it. We'll see. I'll see if I'll shuffle some more. That was the first one. Okay. You got the Five of Cups, which is that disappointment energy. Okay. See if I can't smack my set around a bit more here. Settle down. Get here. Quick. Okay, let's see. Five of Cups. You don't want to hear it. This Deviant Moon shows you that exact card where you don't want to hear it. Whatever the universe is serving up and whatever's happening, that's what you're saying and doing to the universe, is like fingers in your ear going la la la. You're over. You don't want to hear what the guides or what your spirits are trying to tell you. You're a bit like, you know, go away. What have we got? We've got the Ace of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So there is a bit of truth and a bit of fate, karma, and destiny coming into play here, which is good to see, because it's going to start opening up some of this energy that seems to be, it's like a thread that goes through, and you want to pull that thread and get rid of it. You've had enough of it, and I don't blame you. It's a bit of truth coming in, and here's a bit of building on that money. That money's, the Three of Pentacles is improvements, increase. So it's starting to, it's either through creativity. This also can depict home improvements, creativity, expanding whatever money you've got. You tripled the money, so you're learning how to make your money grow. You're learning how to make your money change. There's the sort of the Ace of Swords coming in. It's the sort of truth and conversation and ideas, and it's a bright idea. So be watching around the full moon for a bright idea about making money or using something to make some money, because you've got the Emperor here, and the Emperor's quite a good, firm, solid foundation that's going to move forward and help you move forward. And that's where the solar plexus with the creativity and abundance written on it there. That was card 13, by the way, too. And this was card... can't even see it, it's that pale. I think it says 21. I can't even see. If you can read that, your eyes are better than mine. But I just saw the abundance of creativity. So this could possibly mean that you're going to come up with an idea, because this can be an idea coming in, a thought coming in, the birthing of an idea coming in, and it's about creativity. Or building and making money increase on some level, because with the Emperor there, he's the king of all the material realm in the major arcana. He's the boss of all that big realm of, and here's the Two of Cups. So it's the artist and the muse, which is that energy, because you have the love up here. So there could be someone coming in around you in a romantic sense, or even just in a friendship sense, because you have, it's love, doesn't mean it's got to be a romance. It can be friends. And it could be somebody's actually asking or talking to you about going in and doing something together, working together on something, doing something together. Can I get a bit more for reading? For reading 2, please. Any more last word? There's my timer. It's all right. I shall reset it. I just don't want to stop this energy. Hang on. Okay, we've got 2 more cards popped out. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Sun. Can we get... I'm going to go back. I don't know why. I just want to go back to this deck. Reading 2. Any other last word for reading 2? I knew that one was going to go. That's obvious. Okay. Reading 2. Anything else you want to tell reading 2? Okay. That will do me now. Okay, reading 2. We've got, it's a bit, bear with me. It's a bit all over the show. What did I do? I mucked it up. Now this is what come out. You had the Queen of Swords and the Sun coming out. Over this, what I said, the Emperor and the Two of Cups, which was a friendship or somebody asking for you to join forces and go into something together. It feels like it's to do with creativity or building, increase, making something come in. So then we've got the Queen of Swords and the Sun. Now the Queen of Swords, of course, she's a brainstorming session. So the brainstorming session is on this idea. So this idea's come in and you're either going to keep building and keep talking it over. You see the moon there in the background. I've just been looking at the moon. So there's a lot of brainstorming coming in around this energy. The Sun is just a good, shiny, happy, positive omen, just like the citrine. It's that solar plexus energy, that abundance and creativity. So once that starts lighting up and coming, the answers that you need are coming. This fear will dissipate once you start getting the solar plexus energy and your confidence starts to come out and you're feeling more confident and solid within yourself. The healing will take place. Well, love's always love. It's just feeling good is love. So the Sun energy shines in with that love. It's that happy days. Things are sort of starting to go, yes, things are going my way, going great. You got the Nine of Wands. So this has been a long time coming and it's taken a while to get to where it's getting. And you're feeling a bit exhausted, but you're not giving up on by any means. Now you've got the Lovers here. And of course with the Lovers, you've got the Seven of Wands and the Lovers. Well, Lovers, Seven of Wands, either way. But I just want to put the Lovers with that other card. But the energy's all the same on some level. The Lovers is a partnership with a friend, a romantic partner, your hubby, you know, whoever you're with, and whoever this is to do with this building something with the two of you building it together. Because here's, see, the Two of Cups is that couple. There's the next same sort of energy there running with that. It's an equal partnership, just like the cats and their little tails are in a little heart. Just have to laugh at it. It's just so cute. But anyway. Back to it. Feeling a bit exhausted, but use it with this other person that I think they're going to help you feel strong or help you feel more confident. Seven of Wands is a bit of responsibility. So once you start moving forward to go and start doing this energy and stepping in this direction and going in this way, there's a bit of responsibility that's coming in around it. And yeah, it's not a big problem. Seven of Wands being, you could get, it sort of feels like you're going to get a bit toey, like a little bit, but you're going to settle it down and sort it out. Just don't let it take you down the rabbit hole. See, there's the Queen of Pentacles, there's the Six of Cups, the Hierophant and Judgment. So with the Queen of Pentacles, that's luxuries and a little bit of extra money that you don't usually have. You've got a bit of money to throw around. So that's showing that increase is coming, all the harvest. You see all the fruit and everything dripping around, and that means that times are quite good. Six of Cups is someone from the past coming back in around you, or feelings or something from your childhood. There's something that could be playing out in around you in your life in this present, next oncoming bit of time. Either an idea that, because it's sitting on top of all that increase and dancing around and brainstorming stuff, there could be an idea from your childhood that you were once thinking about doing. Some part of that could come back into this and could play a part in this, because it feels like it's an idea that's coming back in around. It could be a person, but it feels like it's more the energy from your childhood coming in. The Hierophant is withdrawing back inside yourself with your own counsel, and like she's meditating. It's getting in the quiet times. If you have to nut anything out and think of something, these answers that you want that are coming, maybe a little bit of meditation or just some quiet time where you just go for a stroll or just gather your thoughts, whichever way you do it. It's going to help bring that energy through or clear it up and make it feel a bit more solid and straight. And then you've got Judgment. So there you are, waking up to a new life and a changing life on some level, because you're going to go down this path and virtually skipping off down there with your flute, just like she does in the picture. But that would be great to live like that every day. But that's coming for you's reading too. Now, just get some Making Magic, and we'll get the last word from Spirit. This is for reading 2. What other bit of a confirmation can we get? Way too many. It's like 15 cards. Oh, there's one. Oh, looks like you get 4. Okay. So this is for that clear quartz with the citrine. Perseverance. So this is where, exactly like this 9 of Wands. Perseverance is not giving up, even though you feel like you're the walking dead, literally. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. So even though you're feeling a bit frazzled and you're feeling a bit, hang in there, guys. It's still just over the hill. It's coming. I know you've heard that before, but it really is. Fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and the elements to achieve your goals. So you'll see the butterflies, dragonflies. You could have something coming around you on and off, like sort of insecty vibe. Birds of any sort too. There's something coming in around you all the time. And the we focus, sending that energy through for them to try and talk to you and tell you or give you some, to help you when you're feeling that fear. They're trying to sort of help you pull yourself out of that. So keep an eye out for any of that stuff, because that's a sign from them that they're there. You got abracadabra with wings. Fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. And this is that lucky situation that's coming in with that brainstorming and that friend or whoever it is that's around you that's coming in with that to help work on that idea, to help brainstorm that idea, because you had that Queen of Wands on that Ace. But this is all to do with fate, destiny and karma, because that Ace of Swords there always means that this is just not coincidental. It was all set up on target. Follow your ideal life path. So when this situation comes in, whatever all the brainstorming's about and whatever you're going towards, excuse me, try and go, my throat chakra's freaking out now. Try and go ahead with that solar plexus chakra, which is the confidence. Even though it could be, sorry, my throat's freaking out, could really be lacking a little bit because it is 9 of Wands, but your perseverance is there to keep marching on. But try and push through this fear. Only one way with fear is through. So push through it and just, trust you and trust all your team with you that you're going to go down the right path. And any mistakes are always just an opportunity to learn something else. So it's good reading too. I'll leave it there. Happy full moon, people, and I will go on to reading 3. Bye, guys. Hey, reading 3. This is for you, reading 3. I just lit your candle. This is your stone. It's a nice little piece of howite. So, looks like white marble, but it's called howite. So, it's reading 1, reading 2, reading 3 for the full moon, please. If it lands on either of those, I will spin again. I don't have to. There it is, straight at me. I like the way we've got that, a reading, not a reading, not a reading, not. Let's see what we got, guys. Okay, we got your crystal is Kunzite, children, third eye and heart chakra. Your angel card is truth and integrity. Breaking free is the mermaid. Realization is your Queen of the Moon, and it's card number 3. And you've actually got, what do you need to release? So what do you need to release was your Moonology card. So you got Kunzite, breaking free, realization, what do you need to release, and truth and integrity. Truth and integrity. I have to just move that back a bit so I don't light the card up on fire, because that's what would happen. Okay guys, I'm getting from these straight away. Don't have anything about the children just yet, but that doesn't mean I won't get have a quick look and see. That's card 22 and card 3, and the rest don't have numbers. So a quick look and see. So with that Kunzite, if you don't have children, which not everyone does, sometimes it can be to do with reconnecting with your inner child or something you liked from when you were a child. Or you might have nieces or nephews, or you could have grandchildren, could be either or. But there's something to do with the innocence of the child, thinking and being free like a child, like as in that kids are always having fun and laughing and playing so much fun because they don't have any concerns or worries. Their adult brain isn't at play, only their child brain's there. So maybe there's some of that energy's to come back in around you. So this is for reading 3. We'll get some tarot and go on a bit further for what the realization's about, which looks like it's a bit of an unlocking, the key unlocking. It looks like a keyhole, that shape. Looks like a key goes in there and unlocks, and the realization is you're looking through that portal into that other space now, what's coming in ahead of you and what's coming into play. Truth and integrity, well, if you stick with those as your, the overall energy, you're not going to go too far wrong. And what do you need to release? But also with that, what do you need to release is that we've also got that breaking free, which is very much that. I'd say some energy is going to be leaving you and going to be going what you were and had around you. This is for reading 3. Do we have any more cards for reading 3? Please, reading 3 for the full moon. Reading 3 for the full moon. Okay, just throw that one on. And they flip it. All right, let's go. Okay, straight away, guys, we've got the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 5 of Cups. So that's all sort of all in a smattering, sort of similar. It's all, and there we go. And then there's the 10 of Swords. So with this energy, you want to be breaking free of all this energy. What do you need to release? Heartache, disappointment. So heartache and disappointment. There's the heartache and disappointment. I have these two up this end. This could be the reason, because of the heartache or the disappointment with some people, that somebody's sneaking around behind your back usually. And they can be sneaking around. Yes, they could be sneaking around, like cheating but we'll see as the reading plays out whether it's more to do with romance or whether it's more to do with there's no truth or integrity to this person. They lack this situation because they're sneaky and they think they're getting away with something, but they're not. But this, if it's not a person, because it doesn't have to be a person, it can be just you're losing your time and your energy, and you're running around in circles getting nowhere. There's a bit of this feeling here, because of the breaking free and what do you need to release, it just keeps coming back to that. What do you need to get rid of or to stop? And this energy creates this situation with the disappointment and the heartache. That energy actually all marries up together because it's some part of you, and it's because we've got 2 swords and 1 cup. It's the brain that's doing it, and then the emotions sort of are the thing that bleeds back. It bleeds back to the emotions because you end up feeling. The thoughts start it, the emotions end it, because you end up feeling bad at the end. You end up feeling a bit drained and depleted again because you've got the 4 of Swords there. So mentally you feel a bit burnt out. There's a feeling of being just... it sort of just feels like you're a bit over your own self. It feels a bit like that. You're just like, ugh, whatever. Well, it's always darkest before the dawn. So when it comes into this overwhelmed, feeling like it's feeling like mental exhaustion, that you've got that energy. It's all, you know, you're hanging in there and you're still pushing through and moving along, but it's like you're dragging a boat anchor on your leg. You're just sort of dragging yourself along. Well, here's the darkness before the dawn, and being a 10, it's the ending of a cycle, and it's the ending of a situation. So good to see the 10 there too, because it's showing that it's building itself up into a completion. And here we come in with the Page of Pentacles, the Strength, Ace of Pentacles, and Justice. So with this situation, Justice has very much got to do with truth and integrity. So depending how the situation's been playing out, what has been going on, if there was anyone sneaking around physically, but like betraying you, truth and integrity is going to come into play. Justice will play her hand, and this person will be, they'll catch themselves out. They're not going to get away with it. They're not going to keep doing it. They're going to get caught up in their own snare. They'll trap themselves in their own trap. But there's the Strength card and the 2 and the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So there's news and information coming in, which every one of these readings on some level had a little bit to do with this. There's 2 different worlds at play. There's the emotional body at play with romance and or partnerships and or people around in your life, just generally people. It can be family and friends, it doesn't have to be romantic, but there's an emotional vibe going on. Then there's the career vibe. So both these layers are coming in around this with this full moon reading. Both of them are present in this reading as well, and it's a theme, and it's usually fairly normal that the theme comes through because that's the energy that's running out there at the moment. But we go from that justice is to do with the truth and integrity of what's happening. If somebody is sneaking around, they're talking or doing something dodgy behind your back or trying to be sneaky, they'll get caught out. Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, it's news and information coming in about this abundance, or news and information coming in around career or movement, and it's divinely guided again, because when the hand's coming down out of the clouds like that, it's virtually offering you this opportunity. Is right in front of you. It will be put in your lap. Now here's the Strength card, just to sort of come in around this to say that you're going to be fine and you're going to be able to move and break free, which is what you're wanting to release and break free, is that other energy that was underneath, which is quite... it's a dead-end street. There's exactly the same energy that I'm just talking about. There's the 3 of Swords. Okay, can we move with... that's a confirmation that I'm just what I'm talking about. But moving right along, we'll just keep moving into reading 3 and moving the energy forward now into what that we've talked about what was. Let's talk about what is and what will be. So, I feel like I'm going to get a couple more from here. A couple more. Okay. A couple more, please. No, not that. Not half the deck. Sorry, guys. Sloppy. I'm having a sloppy day today. It's all right. I've got a sore finger, so maybe my fingers just aren't holding these cards like they usually do. We'll come back to them if we have to, but let's move into this. All right, I threw the 3 of Swords up because this is that energy. It's just coming back over, telling us all again. There it is there. I was looking, now I've seen it, I'm like, yes, definitely look like you belong. It's pushing this energy back out in front of me again to say that disappointment, heartache, being left out in the cold, being ghosted, being ignored, being left. You're the little kid left in the snow, shivering outside the building. What did I see here somewhere that was a bit dodgy? This one. And this is the same energy again too, which is the Five of Wands. So all that energy comes back into that. This is all a mental, but it's also an emotional, a feeling body too, being with the Pentacles, very earthy with the Wands as well. So that disappointment and that heartache, and it's some part of your life that's just not turning the way you want it to turn, and you're a little bit over trying to get it to fix or adjust. So, and it's if it is external forces, it's not you doing it to yourself. If it's people around you gossiping, talking about you behind your back, that's because that's what that card can mean. Or it's a power struggle with other people, trying to negotiate or work in with other people, to do with work or to do with abundance or income or living conditions or anything in your environment there where you're at home. See, that's the home that's depicted in this card. You're sort of having a bit of a battle, even talking with people. There's no common ground. Everyone's arguing their own talk, their own chat, and breaking free of this energy and breaking free of this. The realization might come into play that you need to release all this energy and move this out of your life and be done with it, have no more of it, because it is just going, it's like a dog chasing its tail. It's just going around and around and around. Then we got the King of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, which is this, that was that underlying, you know, when we just changed over to all those Pentacles and that again. So this is the energy coming through. There's the brainstorming session on that Five of Wands. And the Knight of Swords, which is news and information coming in, and a bit of truth being put into the story here, like it's putting that energy in, breaking free of that pattern that was rolling in the background there that you don't want to bother with. King of Wands, it's usually a fast-moving energy, and it's very confident. So whatever you have been and have broken free from, there's been a realization, something, the penny has dropped literally with that truth and integrity card too, that somewhere there's a realization that your brain clicks into this, a different gear, and it goes up into a different gear, and you realize something that you're doing or attracting or making happen on some level that you don't realize, you didn't realize you were doing it, but you do realize once you go through, because this seems to be, see how there was a cycle in this reading, there was all those cards, then there was the positive cards on top. Then I said more, and it went back into the old reading, that old energy of all those cards again, and then the positive on top. So if there's a realization taking place and you're breaking free of something, it's this cycle of thinking, or this cycle of life, living like this or being like this, or you're coming to, it's like a big learning curve. To me, it feels like you're leveling up and stepping up out of this level, and you're going up into the next one, because you're starting to break free of this pattern. And this pattern's been around, it feels, because it's repeating, it feels like it's been around for quite a bit. So that could be something on a personal level that you're thinking, yes, I want that energy gone. I want to break free and get out of it. So the realization, there's some, whatever path, this path that realization comes in through. Still don't know with the child why the children are there, whether there is. I'll keep reading going, but that's the only card that's got me stumped. I'm like, I'm not sure what that child is about, whether there's a child going to come in around you. Children are going to be some part of your immediate future where you have to help with children, or even babysitting, helping out family members. There's something there. We'll see if we can ask for some clarifiers on that children card, because all the rest of them make sense, but that one, not so much. So fast-moving energy and wiser, a more matured outlook is there, and the Six of Pentacles is generosity given or received. So that energy is changing, and being with the Page of Pentacles is there beside it. There's news and information coming in around, abundance are coming in around your material plane, and it can be to do with work, it can be to do with whatever you're breaking free and trying to change in your, there's something you've really been working on this, but you're going in circles. Well, now it's breaking and it's coming. You're breaking free of that. It's breaking out and going, because there's the brainstorming session. Now, the brainstorming session's on that Five of Wands with all that yap that's going on in the background with other people. And it's going, that conversation with all those other people is going nowhere. That's that going in the circle vibe. Well, here's that, the Sword is that nice thought, and the brainstorming session is the intelligence and the maturity of that King of Wands is coming through into that Sword with the Queen of Swords. And she's cutting through the bullshit. That's the only way I can put it. She's cutting straight through the bullshit and going, no, no more. And here's a bit more of the Sword energy coming in, which is this, coming with that sword of truth, or the sword of, this is the line in the sand. I won't step over this now. I'm not going back. I'm not going to argue with you. We're not going over this again. I'm not going to get caught in that energy and get pulled back into this. It just seems like that other line there, it just seems like bullshit is all that energy feels like, because it just goes nowhere, and you're too intelligent. You know better than to go down that road. I'm just going to have to just grab that timer. So you know better than to go down that road, and that it's this is what you're breaking free, and the realization is there, that there's a realization that you're breaking free of a pattern that was and is in around you, that it seemed to be a constant circle spinning around on itself. What do you need to release? Well, you do need to release that pattern, but you actually do it through truth and integrity, and you do it through realization. That's the big key, is the realization. So, okay, we got the picture. I'm sure I got the picture now, guys. Moving forward from that energy, what have they got coming out past that energy? God, I didn't want that many, but anyway, we'll power through them, guys. Let's go. It's going to be one of these days where the readings have gone on forever. Well, there's the card you want to see, guys. There's Death. Sounds gross, doesn't it? But there's Death. That's one you want to see. That's what you're looking for, that one. There's the Seven of Cups, with the very artistic Seven of Cups, that one with a little artist on it. We've got the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords, sorry. I forgot there's one down there. Oh, and there you go. There's the Three of Swords right beside it. Okay, this is the same, the patterns here. It's like, I know, you've told me now. This will be the third time you've told me the same pattern. I'm getting the picture. It's all good. There's the death of this energy, and this is that same energy. Emotions are running a bit scattered, a bit everywhere. You're a bit exhausted, and you're also, as you can see, being stabbed through the heart. Well, you're not actually getting stabbed through the heart. It's just that disappointment. It's that mental, it's the monkey mind. That's the only way I can put it. It's a monkey mind where it's just going on and on and on, exactly like that. Nagging on, and this person who's not listening, and this is what you've got to start doing, is turning off some of this when this repetitive situation keeps coming around like a circle. Oh, there's the... I'm trying to work out how many swords we got there. 5, is it? It's 5 of Swords. So that's it. See how... This is all 3 cards. I've done all 3 decks. I've got them all here. Every single deck has brought out the same pattern to play out again. If you just leave Death here on its own, because that's the one gracious one we've got, which is that news and information coming in was Death. But this is the same layering again of this monkey mind, where it goes into this energy where it's, oh, they're all the same cards on some level. The energy's the same. Energy's going every which way. Emotions are all over the shop. Exhaustion, heartache, disappointment, and then here's the going round and round in circles, arguing and getting nowhere. It's just a circle that goes nowhere. So here's the third deck. The same cards are on point again, and you're like, okay, we get it. Yes, Spirit, we got it. We got the picture. It's all good. Here's the Hangman. So the world's turning upside down, and it's taking forever, and it's going on forever. This energy's been here and running this pattern. It's been going on for a while. And here's the Hermit, and that sort of look on the Hermit's face is a bit like what this energy feels like. It's just about like, you know, screaming in a heat, because it's that endless feeling of Groundhog Day. That's the only way I can put it. Groundhog Day. So anyway, here we go, guys. Let's move into this energy down the bottom. I'm not shuffling another deck again, because we're just going to get all this same dribble. I'm even over repeating it all. I'm like, okay, enough. Here's an information coming in. We have death. The death is the end of that cycle. The release, the realization, the breaking free, all that, everything up there. That's it going. Goodbye. The Knight of Swords, we have got the Knight of Swords twice. So that is the energy moving. News and information coming in, change coming in, death is there. So when death is there, even though it can be a bit abrupt and come out of nowhere, we don't have a tower, so it's not going to be too brutal. But at the end of the day, you've got the Ten of Cups, which is good, happy family celebration. Now this is the card with the kids. So what this celebration is to do with family, whether there is news of children or there is news of a child coming in around you. Maybe you're going to visit family and you're going to see your nieces and nephews. There's something to do with children. It's everyone's personal thoughts, and that will have to... General read, you'll have to work that part out yourself, because I can't read where the children are coming in on this, but there is this card here with the kids in it. And it's family are celebrating. It's good news, and it's really high emotions. Everything's gone from all that past horrible Groundhog Day, and here's the Fool. So stepping out and starting and walking into a new path and into a new direction, moving forward, moving out of all that. Like even it was doing my head in just reading it. I'm like, okay, you're spinning me out, enough. And then we go to the Page of Pentacles. So Page of Pentacles is a good sort of solid energy. It's coming in fairly, not too fast. It's not a wand card, but it's coming in pretty fast, and it's a good solid omen. And it's to do with money, income, because there's a family there. It's to do with your career and what's coming up ahead of you, or some part of your career is changing or evolving because of the Death card there. But overall, guys, even though it was a repeat on a repeat on a repeat, we're finally getting out to this energy out the other side. I will risk it all and ask for... we've got an overall... just one or two cards that will tell us the end of this story. We got the Two of Cups. So it's quite, with that Ten of Cups, there's quite happy news coming in for a partnership, a couple, a romantic union, friendship. There is some good energy starting to come in. I know it has felt like Groundhog Day. Can we get one more card for reading 3, seeing they had to go through the Valley of Shadows? Justice. So here's this truth and integrity. So whatever all this Groundhog Daying was on, and this realization, I think it's actually taken you round and round in circles until it drove you nuts that you had to end up doing something about it, because it just kept going until it drove you around the twist for you to say, okay, no more. I've got to stop it now. Because it's a really weird reading, but there's justice at the end. Things are going to balance out. Truth, integrity, all that's coming into play, because that's what she means when the justice comes in. Yeah, it's got that fate. And that was in all the readings too, I'm pretty sure, was that it feels all like destiny and karma. This all feels like big cycles, like, because with the Death card, they're big situations at play here, or big changes that are coming in. I can't ignore them, guys, because they just threw themselves all over the pile here. Okay, that's great. All right, we've got Death again. So Death on Death, we get the picture. So Death's there to say this cycle's finishing, this whole thing, all this madness is going. There's the Page of Wands, which is that energy like the Fool. It's coming in fairly fast. See these looks like the Fool with that, the way his outfit is and that little kerchief on his broom. But we've got the Page of Wands with the energy coming in and starting to move and go. Temperance is balance and healing. So we finally got through the onslaught. We're going into balance, like she's looking balanced just the way she's standing, and it's healing. And it's divine intervention. There's guides, everything's coming in. This is quite a big cycle. It feels like it's quite a big thing. Here's the Ace of Swords, which is truth, karma. This is what I was talking about. This Ace of Swords has an overall energy in it, in its basic meaning, and it's to do with fate, destiny and karma. And this situation that's about to play out for you guys with this full moon, mind you, I'm just looking at it going, wow, reading 3. If you pick reading 3, you'll be strapping yourself in for a ride. This is all coming into divine intervention. That it feels to me that it's all been a setup. No, it's not a setup, but it's definitely been, it's a long time, and it's a big, this is going to be one of your, looking back in your life, you're going to have, these are going to be one of your big times in life where you're going to go, I remember this whole situation when it come into play. It's how this feels. But anyway, spin you out a bit, spinning me out. Then there's the Three of Wands at the end there, which is just you standing up and you're watching your ships come in. You're watching everything in front of you expand, and everything, all the energy starting to go out, and it's all starting to feel like you're back in the driver's seat, and you're steering the ship in your direction now. It's not just happening to you, which all that other energy felt like it was always just happening to you. Now you feel like you're controlling it. Hey, reading 3. Really sorry, when I packed up and went to edit, I realised we didn't do the Making Magic cards at the end of the read. So this is for the, there's one of them. This is for the full moon reading, for reading 3. You have the halite, and I've actually just had to reset and re-go back to put this Making Magic in. But this is for the full moon reading for the lunar eclipse. So let's see if we can get one more. One more card, thank you. There's 2 there for you guys. Let's pop these out. Alright, we'll do a spin. It's for reading 3. Thank you. Now reading 3, we've got Spirit. Heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. That'd be great. Labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. This was the Groundhog Day reading, so this was the going over and over the same energy, turning and turning all the time, the same pattern that's going around in your life at the moment. So the transition to the higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, really good, because it's that breakthrough that you're wanting, to come. And successful career, a happy working environment plus pay rises and promotions. Well, that's awesome. Happy full moon. That's for reading 3, and thank you. Bye for now.